All right, listen up, because if you work in marketing, tech, or heck, just about any business today, this is for you. The way we find information online, the very thing we've relied on for decades, is going through its biggest shakeup ever. Seriously. So let's just jump right in.
Yeah, I know. The end of search. It sounds super dramatic, right? But we're not talking about people stopping their search for information. Not at all. We're talking about the end of that classic Google page with the 10 blue links. It's being replaced, like, right now, by something way faster, more direct, and honestly, a whole lot more disruptive.
And if you want to get a sense of just how big this shift is, just look at this number. The research firm Gartner, they're predicting that by 2026, traffic from traditional search engines is going to drop by a whopping 25%, a full quarter. And why? Well, it's simple. People are turning to AI chat and these new answer interfaces instead.
And look, this isn't some problem for the future. A recent BrightEdge survey found that 68% of marketers, that's your peers, your competition, are already shifting their budgets around to deal with this. The pivot is happening now. It's not a question of if, it's already here.
I mean, just think about it for a second. When you ask a question to Google's AI overviews or to ChatGPT or Perplexity, what do you get? You don't get a list of websites, right? You get an answer instantly. These platforms are basically becoming the new front door to the internet, and that means all the old rules for how you get found, yeah, they're out the window.
So if the old game's over, what's the new one? Well, it actually has a name, and it's what we're talking about today. It's called Answer Engine Optimization, or AEO for short. And let me tell you, this is the new skill you absolutely have to master.
Okay, let's be super clear on what this actually is. This is not just another fancy term for tweaking keywords. AEO is all about structuring your data, your content, your entire brand's information so that it's so clear, so authoritative that the AIs literally choose to cite you as the source in their answers. And that right there, that's the fundamental difference. For the last 20 years, SEO has been about one thing: getting your web page to the top of the results. But with AEO, the goal is totally different. It's about getting your brand, your data, woven directly into the AI's answer. It's a huge shift from being a destination to being the source of truth.
Okay, so the theory sounds good, but how do you actually do it, right? Well, let's take a look at the platforms that are leading the charge here. These are the tools that take AEO from just an idea to a real, workable strategy.
Right at the top of the list, we've got Contently. And the reason is, they're tackling this whole problem from start to finish. It isn't just about looking at analytics, it's the whole workflow. Planning, creating the right content, structuring it perfectly with tools like their LLM optimization blueprint, and then, of course, measuring what happens. And the proof is in the pudding, right? A beta user saw a 42% lift in traffic that came directly from AI-generated answers. I mean, that is a massive number.
But it's definitely not a one-horse race. This chart gives you a quick look at the other big players. For example, if you're a big enterprise SEO team, you're going to want to look at BrightEdge and their deep data tools like AI Catalyst. If your brand is all over different channels, Yext Scout is amazing for tracking your visibility everywhere, not just on Google. For e-commerce, Botify is really interesting because it uses your log files to see what pages the AIs are actually looking at. And if you're just trying to figure out what questions people are asking in the first place, AnswerThePublic is still the king for that kind of research.
Okay, so we get the problem, we've seen the tools, now what? Let's get down to brass tacks. What can you actually start doing, like, today? Here's your AOE action plan.
All right, here are 5 emerging best practices you can literally take back to your team this afternoon. First up, stop chasing keywords, start mapping out the actual questions your audience is asking. Number 2, schema markup. Use that structured data on absolutely everything. It's basically the native language of AI systems. Number 3, refresh your most important content constantly. AIs love fresh info, so you got to update those big cornerstone pages at least every quarter. 4, and this one is so important, you have to monitor your citations daily. If you suddenly disappear from the answers, it can be a total disaster for your traffic. And last but not least, number 5, don't rely on just one tool. You've got to triangulate your data from multiple sources to get the complete picture.
So let's just wrap our heads around this for a second. The stakes here, they could not be higher. In this new world of answer engines, it's all or nothing. It's binary. There's no page 2, there's no almost made it. You're either part of the answer or you're completely invisible.
And that's really the bottom line, isn't it? This is not something you can just put on the roadmap for next quarter. These AI platforms are moving at lightning speed. The time to act is right now. before the next big update just writes you out of the conversation for good.
So I'm going to leave you with this one question to really think about. When someone goes to an AI and asks a question where your brand should be the definitive source, what happens? Right now, today, is your brand actually part of that answer?